Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, NiNjahCheeto here. It's time for another episode of This Week in NGS. I'll be going over some info concerning the update for this week, so let's jump into it. Okay, and then we'll take a moment just to go over some update details here. We're not going to go over everything that's going on in the update details because it's quite a bit, but we'll just touch up on a couple of quick things here. So something nice that's happened now is PFC burst encore will now increase when the PSC level decreases. So anytime you lose bars when you're inside of ground sectors, if you lose a bar, that means when you do actually get a burst, you're going to have more of a chance of getting an encore, which means you'll get like double burst. So that's pretty nice. Your device now can be used when enemies are nearby. You're no longer going to get an error message that there's enemies nearby or whatever. You can still use your food, or you can change blocks or change rooms, whatever. They added some new features to the mag sonar settings to where you can see mischief symbols, stellar graces, dazzle pods, and invisible boxes. Now invisible boxes are new to STIA. I haven't actually found any myself yet, but the mag sonar is going to help you find those. Dazzle pods, I have no idea what a dazzle pod is, y'all. If you all know what a dazzle pod is, let me know in the comments below. I have no idea what a dazzle pod is. It sounds weird. You can now refresh the mag boost that you have personal, so you can just go feed an item to the mag at any point and it's going to refresh your timer for your buff that you have. Nice welcome change. User interface, they've updated a little bit of stuff with the auto sell settings for any of you that have that. They've changed a little bit with the ARCS IDs as well. There's a couple more backdrops for those of you that like messing with your ARCS ID. Now it'll actually show what alliance you're a part of in the ARCS ID as well, which is nice. For those of you that are into salon stuff, which I'm sure most of you are, they've added a new face option, Lively Face. I believe it has like dual eyelashes and stuff. I haven't actually used this myself yet, but I'll mess around with some of that later. They've also made a nice welcome change here when before, if you didn't have any half dolls on you but you had them in material storage, it wouldn't actually pull them out to use them. So now if you die, you're actually able to use in half dolls and escape dolls that are stuck in material storage, so that's nice. Now every class in the game ended up getting like some new skills and skill tree. Of course, like the level cap went from 65 to 70. We got the new STIA region, we got the new story mode. There's, I believe it's 7 skill points total that you can get now from all the cocoons and the tower. So you can use that for like some of the new class skills that got added. I believe every class, if I'm not mistaken, got some sort of new class skill and skill tree. And certain classes got changed around here. It looks like they did a little bit of changes to Tector with the wand, with a sidestep counter, the charged attack for the Photon Arch Swift Smash, as well as Tector skill wand parry counter. It looks like it's going to help increase your down factor as well as your compound tech, your fuse technique gauge. So that's pretty nice. Gunner got a little bit of love too, with skill chain boost has increased to 120 seconds, as well increased the effect duration upon a successful dodge of the Gunner class skill chain boost advanced. That's nice. Double Saber got a little bit of love with the increased whirlwind, 15 seconds. Ranger with the skill rifle grenader. It looks like you're going to be able to do some extra directional commands now. And then Waker also got treble clef mark, making it easier to recognize. So we'll go ahead and cover a couple more things that got added with STIA. Now when you're in STIA camp, when you're right next to the Ryuker to the left, and go to the item trader here, and let's go over some of the new things that got added here. Now towards the very bottom there's an item exchange STIA, and in here you can see some of the new Kuklo weapons, and these are pretty cool. So when you look at these at first, I actually quite like the way that this Talus looks like an actual claw. Now when you first look at all of these, it just shows like the fix attack 3 ones, but when you actually click on them, there's actually 3 different grades here, 3 different options, and you can actually choose to get one base with no fixa, or there's also a fixa attack 1, and then there's also, of course, the fixa attack 3. Now, if you look on the bottom right there, you can see Infernium. It only takes 15 Infernium to make a base one with no fixa, and then if you wanted a fixa attack 1, you could get one for 30 Infernium. And then if you wanted to get the fixa attack 3, it takes quite a bit of Infernium. It takes 200. So it's quite a grind to get that one, but it's not too bad. Now you can actually get Infernium from Gigantics, from killing Gigantics. Whenever you run like purple STIA triggers, for example, I was doing that earlier today, and when we would clear it, we would get 5 Infernium. So you get like 1 per Gigantics that you kill inside of the purple triggers, which is nice. If you get like an A rank, you'll just get like 4 and so forth. There's also some new like dual stat augment capsules in here that you can trade in Infernium for as well. And you can see they give 2.5%, 2.75%, so they're pretty strong. And then Out Secret 4 is in here also, which Out Secret 4 seems to be kind of like Mastery 4, but just has like a little bit of negative to it. So not bad. Something pretty interesting is towards the very bottom, there's also a Kukla's El Mate, so there's actually a camo down here for the Kuklo series. So that's really cool, because a lot of these Kuklos actually look like really good. So even though you might not end up wanting to use the actual weapon itself, if you're a fan of the way that they look, you can grind towards getting the camo that's down here at the trade at the bottom. And then also at the very bottom, we have a trade for Infernium. Now, famous Stia Mushroom, famous Stia Crab, famous Stia Parabola. I'm going to assume that some of these are going to be like fruits and vegetables and shellfish and stuff that's going to be like scattered around from like certain weather effects, because I remember in the headline Sega mentioned that there was going to be some stuff that only appears during certain weather effects, kind of like how Blizzardium was with the snow and the rare effect and whatnot. Now, of course, in here we also have the Special Expedition Exchange, and this would be for your Stia Prep tickets that we got. And there's a Prim El Mate Libra here, so if you wanted to get a camo, not a bad choice. Some of them look kind of cool. I've heard that these weapons are like so-so, like compared to like if you already have like a 7-star like a Kaiser and stuff. Now, something else that got changed with the update with Stia is the Ark's Record Badge Exchange. We got a couple of new El Mate camos in here. There's the Lumer El Mate, and it looks pretty nice. Actually, I'm a fan of this color scheme here. It looks like rose red, like a nice pink and white color. It looks pretty good. And then here is another one for the Obscura El Mate, and I really like this color scheme too. This looks really nice. I picked both of these up earlier. I'm a pretty big fan of these. And then there's also the Resurger El Mate. This got added too. And you can see these will be limited time trades that are going to be here until January 24th. So you got quite a bit of time to try to work towards getting these. There'll be some more Ark's Record Badge rankings coming up in the future. And just like with any color variant camo, the color that the actual camo is gets reflected in your photon arts. So when you do certain photon arts, it'll actually like be the color of the camo, which is really neat. So we'll take the time to go ahead and show off some of the new weapons that have popped up in Stia. So this here is the Gunblaze boots. I'm looking into players' shops here at this, and you can see that these actually look like a pair of like miniguns strapped to your feet, like on some jet boots. Like these things look really cool. Look at the barrel. The barrel's actually like animated spins. Like this is really neat. I wonder like when you swing them and stuff, I wonder if like shell casings like fly out. But they're pretty expensive so far. And then there's also a pair of Gunblaze Blade in the shops too. This is on ship 1. You can see they're pretty expensive too. I hope they don't end up being like rugged rare. Hopefully they're like relic rare, maybe like relic from Redum rare. It was like relics in Redum was like pretty rare, but they was obtainable. It wasn't like ruggeds. Rugged was like a whole nother beast. But yeah, these items, to our knowledge, are supposed to actually drop from Gigantics, like the Recon Gigantics, the little mob packs of Gigantics. Nobody knows for certain, I think, just yet on all the drop sources. I'm going to imagine that probably all Gigantics can drop these, like the ones from like Purple Triggers and like Gigantics that come from Storms and stuff like that too. But to my knowledge, the only one that's actually been confirmed so far is dropped actually from just like a mob Gigantics, like a Recon little pack that just walks around in groups. I think, to my knowledge, I believe these are going to end up actually being best in slot for the time being. I don't really know for certain though. So there's some new armors, some new 7-star armors that are dropping in the game now. This one here would actually be like the new Gigantics armor, the Eclairu. Probably not saying that properly, but this new armor here, you can see it has damage resist -5%. But if we look on tab 2 here, it shows the other stats. It doesn't give any PP or any HP. It also doesn't take away any ailment resist like the previous Gigantics armors did, so that's nice. But the really big thing is look at the weapon up percents there. It's 4% for all attack. So these are pretty nice. They're pretty strong. And then here would be another new 7-star armor that dropped, the Vita, Epta's Armor Vita. And on page 2 here we can see that this one here adds 55 HP and as well gives 3% damage to all attack. And then another one that got added is the Epta's Armor Vio. Now this one's kind of like the Vita, except this one's like an HP or a PP variant. And you can see this one gives no HP, but it gives 10 PP and then 3% all attack. So some pretty interesting different little armors that got added. I was running like some purple triggers, some purple Stia triggers today with some friends, and we ended up getting quite a bit of the new Gigantics armor, as well as some of these Vitas and some of these VOs too. So as you're going through to do the Stia story, there's something pretty interesting that you can choose to do here. Now, in the beginning, when it's going to first ask you to come to Central City and go through some little things, and it's going to direct you towards Gaiden. And when you come talk to Gaiden, he's actually got a quest that you can see here gives 20 million EXP. Now, I've completely done all of the Stia story already, and you can see I still haven't completed this quest for 20 million EXP. And what I did was I chose to save this quest, because I'm going to use this quest whenever we finally get the Gunblade class. I'm going to use it day one on that. That was my choice, because it was pretty easy just to get from 65 to 70 anyways, and I had all my classes already at 65. So whenever the story directs you to come talk to Gaiden, that's all you have to do. All you do is just hit the button on him to talk to him, and then from there you don't have to actually accept this quest. You can just back out. And that quest will stay. As you can see, I still have it. I'm level 70. I've completely done all of the Stia storyline. Yeah, so that's an option that some of you that haven't made it that far yet, you might want to do too. Perhaps you might want to save it and use it on a certain class or whatever, because that's a lot of EXP. So we did end up getting a new AC scratch, the Crystalline Concepts. This has got some pretty nice stuff in it. One thing I really want to point out that I liked a lot was 855 on the phone, this emote. Actually, both these emotes are really good. 854 ballet pose as well. Up in the top right, you should see links to previews of these. I've actually got showcases of both of these, and so the ballet pose has a button press on it. And whenever you press the button on it, it'll end up making you do like a silhouette. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat emote. And then 855 on the phone, that one in particular, this one's actually 8 poses. This one has 4 for type 1 and 4 for type 2. So yeah, again, you should see up in the top right, like links to both of these for previews of these. And they're really good. They're really good emotes. So yeah, be sure to check those out. There's an AC purchase campaign going on this week. Now, this is kind of weird. There's an AC purchase campaign going on this week. And you can see like 500 AC is going to give like 5 mega memories. There's some like drop tickets and like a Sunny head mount accessory, a holiday bear accessory. And you have to purchase quite a bit of AC to get this stuff. And there's some little pictures here of what the stuff looks like. It's pretty cute. So one thing that bothers me about this though is the campaign ends on the 13th, and then the very next day is going to be 50% off of AC sales. So right as the purchase AC campaign ends, AC goes on sale, and it's a huge sale too. This is coming up next week, so definitely any of you going to purchase AC or wanting to buy stuff from the AC Scratch or just AC Shop, whatever right now, keep this in mind. Next week AC goes on sale, and it's a huge sale. Like $100 of AC is actually only going to be $50 and so forth. And this is going to be starting on next Wednesday. It says that it's get a great deal on AC purchases with up to a 50% discount on each platform store during the period. So I think you'll actually be able to buy this more than once. So if you wanted to buy like multiple copies of this from different platforms, you probably could, is my understanding. So keep that in mind, y'all. If you're all wanting to buy some AC, wait till next week. Now, saying that as well, there's also some special sets available in the AC shop, and this will actually be going on until January 10th, so you got quite a bit of time to get these. They actually added a couple of like music disc packs. One of them that I liked, I ended up getting this earlier because I already had AC on my account. I ended up getting this Stamps and Emotes set, and it came with this 841 Vocal Performance 13, as well as it also came with some like really nice stamps that you can see here. These stamps look really good. I really like this mother one in particular. But you should see up in the top right of the screen should be a link that's going to go to Vocal Performance 13. I ended up making a preview video of that earlier today as soon as I got it, so y'all can see if you like the emote and see if you want to purchase it or not. So currently there's also a couple of deals going on in the SG shop. This is going to be going on until December 20th. I'm not actually a fan of these packs, but they are like a decent deal if you're interested in these items. Now, with Stia, some of these items are getting cheaper and cheaper. The Gigantics level 4s should be getting quite a bit cheaper. There's a lot more Gigantics being accessible at all times, thanks to the Gigantics Recon Scouts that are just like walking around. There's large mobs of Gigantics now, and they can all drop these Gigantics capsules. So keep that in mind. The value of these aren't as good. And also, something else I don't like too is these 24-hour boosters. I say this all the time. I hate that these things promote unhealthy gameplay. These things make you feel like you feel inclined to actually play 24 hours when you get one of these, right? Because the booster time doesn't stop, it doesn't pause when you're offline. So like the moment you pop this booster, 24 hours from then, whether you're offline a minute later or not, like that booster's just gonna go and end. And I wish Sega would put like a pause booster function when you're offline, because I don't like that these promote unhealthy gameplay. You know, it's just not healthy to play 24 hours in one setting. And as well, one more thing that we're going to mention is they've added a new Stia pack. These are purchasable for AC. So you can actually find these in the AC shop, and there's a Type 1 pack and a Type 2 pack. And they come with premium, which is pretty nice. They have 15 days of premium, so it's 30 days of premium altogether. As well, they come with 15 days of material storage and some other little useful items, some potions and stuff, outfits. But just keep in mind, if you don't have any AC and you want to purchase these, you might want to wait till next week for that AC sale that I mentioned before. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for today. How are you all liking Stia so far? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a wonderful day, friends. See you in the next one. Happy holidays, everybody.